Now we come to the lonely bullfighter. A bullfighter knows one thing for sure. He better make a few good passes in the afternoon if he expects to be around to make a few at night. Now, this is the bullfighter. He's slightly gored.
Senorita. Allow me to introduce myself to you. I'm Antonio Parita da Monbuena Aparicio Ordonez, the greatest bullfighter in South Mexico.
And I, Senor, am Dolores de Cadenza.
This afternoon, while I was fighting the bull, I looked up and saw you sitting in the stands. And at that moment, I felt something deep inside of me I never felt before.
Was it love, Senor?
No, it was the bull's horns. I never should have looked up.
Are you still in pain, Senor?
Only when the bull moves. Senorita, when I heard you yelling, "Hole, hole," at the corrida, I knew I must have you.
Senor, you have how they say ice for me?
Not only do I have how they say ice for you, senorita, but I'll give you the 2 ears and the tail of the bull. Or would you like to try for the complete set?
Ole!
Don't say that. You made the bull move again. Oh, Dolores, what can I do? What can I say that will bring you to my villa tonight?
I should like you to love me, Senor. I should like you to love me very much. But then the specter of the bull would come between us.
Oh, never fear, my darling, for I will give up the bull.
Give up the bull?
Give up the bull.
No bull?
No bull.
Ole!
Now on. Only my kisses.
Ole!
Only my maddening caresses.
Ole, ole!
Only exquisite love.
Ole, mi dazzler, Senor. And stop talking. Talk, 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 talk. Who was it that once said you can take the boy out of the bull?
The same man that said you can't take the bull out of the boy.
I'll only say it once, so please pay attention.
Yes, Mr. Scott.
Emily, you've driven me out of my mind. You drive me out of my mind. And you will drive me out of my mind. Now, there you have it in all 3 tenses.
Mr. Scott, I've never knew you felt that way about me.
That should be, I've never known you felt that way about me. Yes, Emily, I've wanted you, I want you, and I shall want you.
Oh, Mr. Scott,
You're slouching! Sit up! You were saying, darling?
Mr. Scott, I'm not really sure I know what you're asking me to do.
Well, you obviously didn't read the assignment I gave you the last time we were out. You know how I feel about dating you, Emily, when you're unprepared.
Yes, Mr. Scott.
I let it go this time, Emily, but the next time you ever...
Yes, Mr. Scott, I promise it will never
You
happen.
didn't raise your hand.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Scott.
Too late, a demerit. Now, the subject for tonight is premarital relationships. Did you get that, Emily?
I'm writing as fast as I can, Mr. Scott. How many ships in relationships?
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Emily, dearest! It's time you and I put into operation that which we've talked about.
You mean an affair?
Are you asking me or telling me?
An affair.
Louder!
An affair.
Again.
An affair.
Again.
An affair.
By George, I think she's got it. He landed on Earth as a baby from another planet. He grew up, went to college, and graduated as a mild-mannered reporter. And he gets his kicks from changing his clothes in linen closets. Now, this is Super Duper Man. Lois, I love you.
I love you too, Clark. Because you're clean-cut honest and you've never tried to get fresh with me.
But, Lois, you see, I've wanted to get fresh with you, but I was afraid to because I am really...
You're really shy. Is that it, dear? Clark, would you like to hold my hand?
Of course, Lois, but...
Then here. Clark, why did you break my hand?
Lois, I've been trying to tell you, I am really...
You're sorry. Of course you are, dear.
Lois, don't you see? I wanted to kiss you, hug you, make love to you, and I didn't because I was afraid.
Afraid I'd refuse?
Afraid I'd break every bone in your body.
Clark, what are you trying to tell me?
Lois, I am really super duper man.
Super duper man.
Yes, I'm more powerful than a locomotive.
Doesn't that also mean that you've always seen me undressed with your X-ray vision?
Yes.
Doesn't that also mean you've heard everything I've ever said in the ladies' room with your super-duper hearing?
Yes.
Well, I guess there's nothing to hide from you, Clark. We might as well have an affair.
One more thing, Lois. I'm also faster than a speeding bullet.
You mean...
Yes, Lois. It's all over. Anybody here from New England? Now, the guy you're about to meet wouldn't have been born, actually, really, at all, if one night, around 35 years ago, his father didn't turn around to his mother one evening, raise his hand, and say, "May I?" Sybil, 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 Sybil.
Yes, Herbert.
Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. Do you realize we've been seeing one another once a week for almost 2 years? You've never let me touch you.
Herbert, must we talk of this?
I'm afraid we must, Sybil. Sybil, 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 you excite me. When I look into your eyes, I see Boston.
Oh, Herbert, we've held hands.
But only when we've danced.
Herbert, why are you acting so strangely?
Mother thinks I should have an affair.
I see.
I've told her about you, and she's all for it.
Suppose I refuse?
Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. Please don't make it necessary for my mother to call your mother. And after all, it isn't as though I went to Yale.
God forbid.
My mother has taken a suite of rooms for us tonight, Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. And I thought we'd go right there and have done with it.
I suppose we should get it out of the way. You realize, of course, Herbert, that I don't love you.
Oh, quite. But Sybil, 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 Sybil. As long as we're going to do this sort of thing, you should try to like me.
Well, of course I like you, Herbert. After all, you wouldn't be putting me in this position if you weren't a good son to your mother.
That's it, exactly. And may I say one more thing, Sybil, Sybil, Sybil? My opinion of you afterwards shan't change one iota from what it is now.
And that is?
You're regular.
Oh, Herbert, when you speak this way, it makes me want to throw away my inhibitions and forget I ever went to Radcliffe. I think now I would have gone with you tonight, even if your mother didn't insist.
Oh, Sybil, 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 please, please, please. We must allow my mother to think it was her idea.
Of course. Well, Herbert, shall we go?
Of course. Waiter, check, please.
Herbert, how will your mother know if we've really done it?
Oh, really, Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. We still have our honor.